Muhammad Ali. This is a really big day for me. I was talking to Stone Cold Steve Austin on the phone last night, and as we were kind of wrapping things up, and he was being a little smart ass when we were saying goodbye. So, you doing anything exciting this weekend? Any big plans? Or are you just going to work out? I'm like, well, actually, Dad, I need to get to bed. I have a really big day tomorrow. I'm evaluating Muhammad Ali at Toastmasters. What are you doing this weekend? So I didn't actually see your first speech. I told you that. I thought this was your icebreaker speech, and then you told me it wasn't. And so I did my homework, and I went back and I watched the YouTube videos. Do any of you watch the YouTube videos, by the way? Did you watch your YouTube video, the first one? Did you get? I have my own playlist. A private playlist so no one else can see it. That's my business stuff. But it has all my speeches on it and all my evaluations on it. And I know that's a testament of how I've grown in the club. And so it gets tough to do sometimes because you go every time, even when you think you had a good speech, you go and watch it and you think, man, that wasn't good at all. but you'll get better. And so I watched Tom's evaluation of you last time, and the big things he wanted you to work on was that you weren't as loud. He wanted you to start to raise your voice a little bit, get a little bit louder, and he wanted you to start cutting down on the uhs and ahs. And I thought this speech was 10 times better than that first one, so you've improved a lot already. And it's good to just have a couple things. I think each evaluation is like a client I have that's trying to lose 100 pounds or is brand new to trying to watch what he eats. If you try to change too many things at once, you change nothing. So you can only focus on a couple things and just try to keep getting better every speech. This speech, I love the topic of it. It was SMART goals, and so this is about organization. So for SMART goals, this is perfect, and I think you went through it very well. So you went through the first one, specific, measurable, attainable. You went through the first three, just identifying each one with a little bit of explanation about each one, and then you stopped after the third one, and you kind of gave your own examples, which I thought was really good. You talked about the house and the cars. You talked about the house was attainable and realistic. You just missed reaching that goal. And the car was maybe on the other end, that was a little bit unrealistic. It didn't quite meet the bad commercial. That was a good little bit of humor you put in there too. It made me laugh. And I think it may be something you learned from Tom, because after it seemed like maybe you were starting to have a little bit of a blank on what R was, and so you did a little circle and you went back through them all. Is that what happened? I wondered if that's what actually happened. I was listening for ahs and ums, so that's how I noticed it. Because otherwise I wouldn't have even noticed it. You did really well, you just kind of had a little review of the first three, and then it came to you, and you started going with R, with realistic, and then time bound. So I thought that was really good. Thinking on your feet, you didn't pause or look confused up here at all. And then after you went through the next two, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, time bound, you went through them all in review again. And so the only thing I think you could have done, one thing you think you could have done better to work on is the closing of the speech. Okay, you did much better throughout the speech this time, and this definitely met the organizational part of what the project is. I thought a speech like this definitely, you could have, what's your next speech? That could have been something, and it could have been a little bit more motivation for the group, and then it could have been a call to action. So if there was a call to action, I missed it, but there definitely, I think this speech could be a call to action to the group, or what their next goal is going to be. But overall, great job.